Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all safe and keeping well. I mentioned a little while back that I was curious about how one of these shelves would look if I was to dedicate one of them purely to one of my favorite films of all time, Batman Begins. So I've decided to go ahead and do that just for a one-off video. I might have done something like this in the past, but I certainly didn't have some of the amazing stuff that I have now. The cowl certainly wasn't there. The quarter scale actually, yes it was. Yeah, I'm lying about that. Well, some stuff wasn't here. I don't think the ninja was here at the time. And the cow. Well, the cow's important because that's a centerpiece. So, massive shout out to a few people first of all. Get that done. That's Carl, Toys of Arkham, who sent that along. Absolute legend. Hey, Carl. And, oh, Glenn Page, who sent along the PS2 game, Batman Begins, which I played back in the day. And it's really cool because it has like its own unique artwork that you don't really see on anything else. So, massive shout out to Glenn Page. Shout out to Enterbay, who sent me that back when it was released years ago, like 8 years ago or something. I was doing some work for them, doing showcase videos and stuff, promotional clips over here in the UK, trying to spread the word on their products. And a huge shout out to Alex McPhee for the Ninja. Anything else? Anything else? Probably, to be honest. Oh, there is a comic from Nick. So that was badass. Friend at an old job got me that. I won't say her name just in case she doesn't want me to, but other stuff. Oh, shout out to Mum. She got me this one night at Tesco's back when Batman Begins was out. That's actually a bubble bath holder. He splits in half and he used to have bubble bath in there. So that was cool. It's a really nice little sculpt actually. It's pretty beastly. Look at that. Needs a repaint. So yeah, here is a shelf full of nothing but Batman Begins action. And it'd be great to hear from you guys out there, the fellow Batman Begins fans. If it's your favorite of the trilogy, I want to hear from you. So it certainly is mine, and I'll never forget seeing it for the first time at the cinema. It's probably the best experience I've ever had at a cinema. Just ticked every box, and I just had to get collecting after I saw the film. It's because of Batman Begins that I started this channel, really. It's because of that film that I started going around looking for something to collect from the movie. And I remember this statue here, which I believe is DC Collectibles. That was one of the very first things I had. Unfortunately, the original 1/6 Takara Batman Begins figure, I don't have that anymore, but that was my first 1/6 Batman Begins figure. It's the one that started it all. And then the Hot Toys ones came later on. And let's just take a look at all these goodies. Get you some different angles here. Love that cowl, man. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, and a shout out to Mike in Germany. The Mike who actually reworked that mask. That's the Trick or Treat Studios 2018 mask. And that was the one that Mike reworked. Did an amazing job on that. And then quite a little while later, he got in touch and said he's got one of these metal batarangs and he didn't really have anywhere to put it. And he said he knows it will go to a good home if he sent it to me. So thank you very much, Mike. There's a little Batman Begins figure from the high street back when the movie was out back in 2005. It's pretty badass. There's the Art of Batman Begins book, which is not that great, to be honest. There's better Dark Knight Trilogy books out there, which I have. I've got the other two as well, but that one is specifically for Batman Begins. Again, I remember being up London with an ex-girlfriend when that movie was out, and I saw this book, and I almost bought it. And I remember flicking through it and thinking I wasn't too impressed with what was actually in the book. But obviously the front cover was very alluring. But yeah, I managed to get it many years later. There's the vinyl soundtrack. And that was Zavi.com exclusive. There's only, well, yeah, it's 500. That's 100 of 500. It's got a really nice orange and black kind of splattery kind of effect on the vinyl record. And there is the Scarecrow by Hot Toys. It's a great piece. It's pretty rare these days to see people talking about trying to find one on eBay for a decent price. I mean, he's as a figure goes by Hot Toys, I don't think he's worth a lot of that money, but it is kind of essential if you're collecting the Dark Knight trilogy. You gotta have Scarecrow. So I wish people luck who are trying to track him down. He does come with a straight jacket as well. And there's the Enter Bay Batman with his custom velvet cape. You've seen him a bunch. Lots of these kind of cool art cards. They came with various special editions of the Blu-ray. And the game, which I did play, this is in really good condition as well. And again, massive thank you to Glenn Page for sending this along, because I definitely wouldn't have this in the collection if it wasn't for Glenn, so that's awesome. And yeah, that bath, this bubble bath holder, I mean, it's a great sculpt. You can see the nice thick neck. You can move the arms a bit as well, both of them. And you can see where it's separate in the middle. I need to glue that shut and then respray this with a matte black paint, just to, because some of it got a bit messy. This has been, you know, with me since 2005. I didn't take very good care of it. So I'm going to fix him up a little bit. That's a postcard of my favourite promotional artwork from the film. That's the one I got the big poster of. And these cards, this one's a bit frayed because this is actually from 2005. I just remember seeing it and I bought it. And I love that one. And the Hot Toys quarter scale Batman Begins, set up as the first night out with the ski mask. That's an awesome piece. I love the way the base just matches up with all the, you know, that kind of color theme that Batman Begins has, that kind of orangey brown, kind of really nice. Bats everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's just swarms of bats. Swarms of bats, swarms of bats, swarms of bats. Very, very cool. I love this artwork here. You don't see that image too much. That would make a great poster framed on a wall. You can see the Narrows in the background. More swarms of bats. See, that's what... That was all gone, man, in The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. There was just... He wasn't scary anymore, and there was no more bats. Like in Batman Begins, the bit where he summons the bats to help him escape, that's amazing. It's just one of the amazing moments in that film. One of the very best moments, obviously, was when Scarecrow sees Batman as the demon version. I mean, I still can't believe they went there with that, man. It's just really dark. I was like, holy shit, in the cinema. I was like, this ain't for kids, man. This is, you know, this is something else. This is made for folks like me. I was the perfect age, 25, when Batman Begins came out. There's another really cool piece of artwork. That looks like the destroyed Wayne Manor after Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows turn up and crash Bruce Wayne's birthday party, which is another awesome scene. It's just awesome scene after awesome scene in that film. I do think it's a perfect film. There's nothing about it that bugs me. One of those, you know, you've got like Alien, Taxi Driver. You know, there's plenty of films out there that I consider to be pretty much just perfect beat for beat, note for note, scene for scene. Everything just hits the right mark. Alright, and there is a look at the Ninja, which just looks so badass. I love it. It's one of my favorite pieces in the collection, so massive thanks to Alex. Oh, and Derek Fagan. Of course, Derek Fagan for this Toy Fair exclusive version. Massive shout out to Derek for that. And there's the NECA little 7-inch Batman Begins, which is so cool that they did that. Still wondering if they'll ever do the Dark Knight suit. I know they did Heath Ledger and this Batman Begins version, so I wonder what their plans are for the Dark Knight version. But anyway, there is the ultimate quarter scale Batman Begins. That's consisting of different parts, so that's all on the channel if you want to know more about it. And there is the 4K Ultra HD version of Batman Begins, which I haven't watched this version yet because I'm trying not to watch the movie. It's been over a year now since I watched Batman Begins, but I've got to leave it a few more years. I want to forget the movie as much as I can so that I can try and watch it with a bit of, you know, fresh eyes. You know, when you know a film just too much, you know it too well, you sort of ruin it for yourself, so I ain't gonna watch it for a while. But that's the shelf purely set up for Batman Begins. And the DC collectible statue is not too bad, man. It's not too bad. That's the base that I use for the 1/6 scale figures. It's a pretty nice piece. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It's going to be a shame to put all this away. But the problem is, what do I do with all that stuff? Because that's what was here before I set up this whole Batman Begins session. And I'd love to leave it like that for a few days. I think that looks amazing, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree. This shelf looks pretty damn good right now, and the consistency with it all being from one film is really cool. And such a good film as well. But seriously, I mean, I don't know what I would do with these guys. Obviously, these corner shelves are bare now, so I could put a couple of these guys on there, maybe 2 on each one, but then what would I do with the boxes? So now I'll have to take this all away once this video is done. And it's nice though, at least it's on the channel and you guys can check it out when you like. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're all keeping safe, and I hope you're all well. And thanks so much for all the love and support on the channel, and I'll be back with you soon. Again, sorry I wasn't with you guys this Sunday for the usual live stream. Just circumstances kind of got a bit messed up and I wasn't able to get it done for you. But this Sunday, you can bet your ass I'll be back. Just get some nice low angles of the cowl because it's friggin' amazing. Love it. It's so beastly. It's scary looking. Absolutely badass. Let's just look down the shelf like this. Yeah, that's really cool. Alright guys, drop a like on the video. Leave me a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Always interesting to see what you guys got to say. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at DKnight333. And you want to join up with the channel for $1 a month and doing the channel full time. It ain't easy, but with your help I can get it done. And I'll stick your name at the end of every video, just like the credits of a movie, because all my Patreons are producers on the Night Vision channel. Alright guys, take it easy. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.